Could you survive on the breadline? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. I want to have a talk about this documentary that's running on SBS at the moment. Could you survive on the breadline? So they've got three fish out of water characters. A Greens MP, you know where they would advocate for with regards to welfare. A journalist, Caleb Bond. An author and TV personality, Julie Goodwin. So what they do is, they're taking these three people and they're matching them up with different people that live on our welfare system. Either someone on New Start, someone on disability support pension, or experiencing crisis accommodation. At least that's what they've done in the first episode. Now you're watching it and you got your stereotypical, bogans. Oh, they need to, live at my level, pissing away their welfare on smokes and rubbish like this. Now, there's a few things. A lot of that's stereotypes and a lot of it happens. And honestly, much of that is just people learning how to manage their money and finances. But the takeaways from this, in the end, what got me really shocked was the culture shock that our, journalist, a TV personality, and our MP in Parliament had. Here's the thing. You've got people, Julie was the only one that remembered back in her younger days what it was like to struggle with money, to worry about money. You've got people here who don't have to worry about money, who've never in their life had to worry about money. Now just think about that. As a small business owner, I've had times where I've had just invoices not paid, money outstanding that I've had to chase up. I built a portion of my bloody company management process just to chase up invoices. You've got all these bills that you've got to pay on time. You've got, a big chunk of money that just isn't being paid. That's worrying about money. That's stressing about money. That's, also what a lot of these people on this welfare experience as well. Sure, some of it, they may be able to manage their money better. But that's just financial literacy. That comes with lived experience. And sure, I was there yelling at the TV going, oh, what, you get a job, you bum, or one character, he's on the disability support pension. And he has all these birds. Now, he doesn't raise the birds to eat them for a good source of meat and protein. They're his pets, so he loves them. And he racked up like a $2,000 bill. $2,000 to heal a bird that isn't even his. Now, to me, that just seems insane. Utterly insane. But you've got to think of it another way. What would you spend if it was one of your kids? This guy, he's attached. He's paternalistically attached to these animals. They're his family. They're his friends. That's all he has. So he's racking up money. To an outsider looking in, it looks insane. But thinking at it from his perspective, it makes a lot of sense. So the takeaway from this, for me, is not, bashing the bludgers or the people living on welfare. The calls to, the Greens are going, we need to increase it, more money. There's one lady, recipient of the disability pension, who was living quite a comfortable life. Her whole argument was that it's to do with the addictions people have, the smokes, the cigarettes, the drugs. That's what's eating away a lot of the people's money. Her main issue was the shit accommodation that they were in with regards to just the crime and violence, which has probably got more to do with, where you're living and the fact that you're getting this government housing. That's the problem with social housing, guys. It's not a good place to live. You don't want people in social housing. Social housing isn't the solution. Social housing just exacerbates the problem. It traps people into a poverty debt spiral. So here's a solution, I would suggest. Well, we need more politicians that actually know what it's like doing it tough. Because our Greens politician will happily push for taxes here, there, and everywhere. I mean, they're going to be pushing for renewable energy, subsidizing solar panels for rich people. I still remember sitting in a bloody lunch, $150 a head, and all these people bragging about how much subsidies they were getting on their solar panel systems on their bloody houses. And they were probably getting more in handouts for their stupid panels on their houses than someone that would get on the pension and in an entire year. Or someone on New Start would get in an entire year. These people didn't need it. It's just another form of welfare, guys. You've got to realise. So the Green MP, that she was the softest in the whole lot. You know, she was the one that was going, oh, you know, even gave money to the person afterwards, where Caleb, he wouldn't buy smokes for the guy. I liked him the most. So I'm not buying your smokes, no, it's stuff you, which I agree with. But here's the thing. You look at all the costs that these people have. You can either throw more money at them, or maybe, just maybe, we look at reducing the government burden on them. How much taxes do you think they're paying on their smokes? How much is the cost of travelling around on public transport? Public transport isn't cheap, everyone. You know? Maybe that's a solution. Rather than shoveling more money into the hands of welfare recipients, because you're always going to have some bludgers and losers that are just going to milk it. It's an emergency stopgap. It's not meant to be a lifestyle. But the danger is you get people trapped on this, because making the leap from welfare to employment, there's a cost associated with it. And having all these taxes and burdens on people, and even on the poorest people, it's just going to exacerbate it. That'd be my argument. Let's keep welfare where it is. Let's reduce all these taxes that are chipping away at the meager pittance you give them. Because, guys, it's not the dole bludgers that are costing most. Spoiled politicians. And for one thing, a lot of it's the pensioners too. Just think how much money those people have spent in their entire careers that has been friddled away on taxes and wasted on government programs where they couldn't have built up their own nest egg. So everyone, I'd like you to watch this video here, which is about my taxes, how they were spent, the little receipt we receive every year here in Australia, so we get an understanding of how much or how little goes to where here in Australia. Take care, guys, and I recommend you check out this series. It looks pretty good. You know, a bit of a fish out of water, a bit of fun. We'll see how it goes. And, well, enjoy your Stein of coffee, take care, and I'll see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now. That's good coffee, guys. I'm enjoying it. I mean, this is cheap too. Aldi coffee.